Let me tell you a story. So, around a month and a half ago, me and my classmates went into our local church to spend an hour over there, hearing what our principal has to say, and just have a great time over there. I mean, it was the time of getting along, and it was the time of, starting the great fast that always lasts for around 40 days in our country. And then, as we were slowly coming back, and yeah, basically, my entire class was returning back to our classroom, we saw that it was only like 10:40 a.m. And yeah, we're supposed to stay that on that day in school until 14:20 a.m. I mean p.m. But yeah, and already I said to myself, there was no fucking way I'm gonna stay in this mental asylum for the next 3.5 hours. I'm gonna stay here until 12:15 maximum. I'm not gonna stay here after lunch. Like, that's just no way. That's just not happening. And when you also take into the fact that they give us so many extra lessons just because I'm a third grader now, yeah, I'm not gonna give them any of my time. I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna read some books, and I'm gonna have a great time. And guess what? Some of my female classmates literally left even earlier. Like, they literally, sent to their moms like excuses, and yeah, they got pardoned to go home. And so I was just sitting there between 11 a.m. and 12:15 a.m. with with two of my other male classmates, and we were just talking. And then we went out to negotiate because yeah, we just didn't want to spend a single second over there extra. And let's just say I messed up kind of a little bit because when I went out to negotiate, the time when we would, you know, come home from school, like when they would let us leave. Even though we were supposed to, officially leave school after our seventh lesson, which ended at 14:20 p.m., I wanted to negotiate it to only 12:15 a.m. So I went out and I went into the room where most of our teachers are located. So I knocked on the door and I told them the entire thing, that. So, at which lesson are we ending? And the teacher said, "How many lessons do you have officially?" And I was like, "Seven." And then she was like, "Okay, then seven. But don't worry, we will keep you informed whenever something happens." And I was like, "Bro, what? Am I really supposed to kill my potential for so long over here?" Nah, there's no way. So I returned back to the classroom, with the bad news. And yeah, of course, everyone lost hope for a second. Like me, my other two male classmates, and one other second grader who was, there with us because he didn't want to be alone. And then I just told myself that no, this is just a test from the universe, and I'm about to receive a powerful life lesson that will serve me for the rest of my life. And let me tell you, I fucking did. I received it. And that's the reason why I'm recording this video right now. Because that other male classmate of mine, he went and pulled off something amazing. And I didn't even think about this until now. And this is a rule that you must apply to your day-to-day life every single day. He didn't go negotiate to the teacher. He went to negotiate with the principal herself. Like, just the magnitude of that saying, you know. And this is what truly is keeping you limited when you think about it. You think about, the surface level of people that you spend the most amounts of time with when you don't even realize that these people just take orders from the higher ups. Like, I don't know how it didn't cross my mind, but yeah, whatever. That's besides the point. And so he came back and he negotiated the perfect time. Of course, we were supposed to gonna of course we were gonna end after 12:15 a.m. Like that was just gonna be completely illogical to keep us in there until 14:20 p.m. Like yeah, those 2 extra hours just not just for nothing, no teachers at all. Yeah, Of course, the principal understood it, and she let us go home 2 hours earlier. And she said that one of the teachers will even come to, you know, to officially see that we actually left. So yeah, we waited there until 12:10 a.m. And then that same teacher that told me that, oh yeah, we will keep you informed, actually came over there and she was like, oh sorry boys, I didn't know that there was only so few of you left. And yeah, this perfectly encapsulates what I want to say by this video. You need to always think bigger and always and whenever you go and negotiate with someone, whether that would be like a better price for a course, like whether that would be a better deal for your business, you must always think who is controlled by whom. You must always think about the person who is actually in charge, because most of the time, the first person that comes to your mind isn't the one that is in charge. They are not my timeless reader. They are fucking not. Because if I actually went and negotiated only with the teachers, if we actually did that, we wouldn't get anywhere because they aren't in charge and they just take orders from the principal. Like they just see the rules that our principal prints in the mornings and they just follow it like zombies, bro. So yeah, I know that yeah, your creativity levels and your critical thinking levels aren't that high because you never experienced this kind of situation, so it's hard for you to actually apply it in your life in the future. But trust me, just take this take this story and apply it in some kind of way to your life. I know that it will benefit you, especially in the future when you become a businessman and when you actually start to make powerful deals that will serve you in the future. Because of course, I know that you can negotiate well. I know that you can do it. You just need to always find the right person. And that right person to negotiate with is always the person at the top. It is always the person at the top. That is the first that is the first step that you must always fulfill whenever you go and negotiate. That's just it. It's not the person that takes orders, it's the person that gives the orders. I know that you can negotiate well, so just remember this for the rest of your life. If I had just went to the principal in the first place with my, logic and reasoning, then of course she would have, helped me get there, like go home even sooner, like I was supposed to. And she wouldn't, let me go back like those other teachers. But yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say. Don't make this critical mistake when you go and negotiate for, the next times. And yeah, that's about it. So this is keeping you limited. Always, always think in the bigger causes. Never just take the first thing that comes to your mind as the final thing that you go with. Always, always think bigger. Okay? And don't just take this from me. I'm a person who has helped countless amounts of people in the past achieve their desired reality, get a stronger discipline, willpower, productivity, resiliency, and guess what? They haven't even seen my timeless Reader's Mindsets yet, which is a collection of 24 unbreakable mindsets that, if you apply to your day to day life, will guarantee you success in any kind of life situation with any kind of goal. So go grab it right now with the discount that is happening over there right now. And thank you very much for watching this video. And remember, no one is better at being you